Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Let's Play. Today I'm here with Owen for Game with the Cooler, and we're going to take a look at Zone Raiders. This is a indie published skirmish game taking place in a giant technological, ever-expanding city called the Matryoshka, where survivor groups are basically vying for resources, their own indelible agendas, and trying to get to the core, which is where the post-human authority legendarily lives, or some kind of weapon that could destroy them, or whatever. And you're dealing with like immunocytes, which are like weird buildups of like the ever-building cities, like I guess automatic defenses. They're trying to purge all the carbon-based life. It's basically blame the miniature game. It's pretty awesome. I'm really enjoying it. We both built up some starting factions to give it a go, and we're gonna throw around some campaign stuff. I like the campaign as an end state. As soon as someone gets to 15 resources total, they get to play through and try and find the legacy code to open up the partition and go into the new zone. All the mega levels basically have these giant plates that separate them. And the only way to get through them is to try and find a code that'll open the partition, and everyone assumes that past the partition is like the promised land or the core or the authority or whatever to try and have a better life. But basically everything sucks. You're living in a huge technological wasteland. You're eating slime or protein or whatever you can scavenge for food. People. Or from Owen's point of view, he's actually playing an was it nth gen? You're like a prototype android basically, or AI, and then it's making worse copies of itself to be its friends.
Well, or they were just like left behind.
They're left behind, yeah.
Still around.
Still around or something like that.
I mean, it's all it's post-singularity, so like the odds of this all being a simulation are pretty high.
Could be.
There's a
could
good
be pretty
chance
high.
when you die, you just wake up and play again.
Play again, over and over again. And I'm playing Reclaimers. We're basically the city defenses, or the local sort of like zone raiders who are going out to try and find resources for a settlement or a colony. And my colony lantern basically is sending out these guys in old wrecked power armor that they're barely cobbling together to just find food or find resources or whatever, and try and keep Lantern safe.
We're here to collect prisoners.
Prisoners.
We got to figure out how to make better robots.
Special code.
And we imagine humans are the basis. Right?
I mean, you've got arms and legs. If you can learn more,
tasers.
Let's just tase them open and figure out what happens inside. So it's got a full campaign system. We're going to walk through the core rules. Core rules are nice and simple. It's D20 based, using just like set target numbers of roll low. So low is good, 20 is bad. It's a fumble. 1's a crit and always succeeds. We'll show you our current warband. Start with about 750 resources to recruit, and we'll get this underway. All right, so here is Lanterns, Lightbringer Team B, my Reclaimers team. This is all made of human interface, Be a Better Human plastic models. I got my leader there in the middle, Torch 10-7. He's my Armiger captain. He's wearing some Reclamator power armor, and he's got a battle helm, which allows him to do like the spotting action and take the aimed range attack action. And he's carrying an ancestral Gauss rifle, so a Gauss rifle that like has been handed down through generations. And he's got a mag cutter, which is just like a small magnetic like cutting device you can use in melee. Then I've got Embers 9 and 6, my two heavy cuirassiers, and they have power armor as well, and they're just carrying flechette rifles. And they also have battle helms, which means that they can take the aimed attack action and shoot some folks real good. And then I have two. What are they called again? They're like scouts basically, but also like my engineers. Something sapper specialists. There's Zero back here, and she's got an excursion rig, a descent harness, and the fixer ability, which means she can repair her armor or someone else's. And she's carrying a progressive edge, her like cool monomolecular sword, and carrying a needle pistol, which is just a little 12-inch range shot. Finally, I've got 10-2, who's my other one. He's wearing a survival suit and just carrying a basic like auto carbine, just a handy little gun, and then he's got compressed rations, which means he can reroll a single die once per round, or once per game actually. And then I have 13-2 and 13-4, my two skirmishers, which are just lancers. These guys right here, they have skirmisher frames, which means they can grapple and wall run. So in this game, there's basic movement actions, but you can unlock new ones based on your gear. So grapple allows them to basically place themselves for 2 actions anywhere within 10, and wall run allows them to use vertical movement, to move along vertical surfaces as well as horizontal when they make a move action. And then they've just got basic guns. They've got carbines as well, auto carbines. And here's Owen's nth gen and posse. Now what's cool about this one is you only have a single stat line you really base it off of, and that's the prototype. And then whenever the prototype levels up, everybody else is a stat line based on that.
Yep.
So it's kind of like the Apprentice in Frostgrave. Like it's like minus the basic. I think the next gens are all like -2 to the core stats of the prototype.
They're all over the place. Yeah, some of them are -2, -3, -1. Depends on whether you're a last gen, a next gen, a production generation, or a heavy.
Right.
Will change what you are.
And your body stats kind of stay the same. Like your armor's typically fairly consistent.
No, it's all
off of him too.
Survival is the only thing that they're consistent across the board.
Okay, I meant based on the prototype.
And then minuses as well.
Oh, really? Wow, cool.
Yeah. The only one is the prototype who has the base stat, and then they all have the same survival.
Gotcha.
And then, depending what you have. So my prototype at the front there, she has resilience armor, which grants her the mobility wall run, as well as a +8 defense mod, with no negatives to her movement. And then she's armed with a rapid fire kinetic weapon, which is the specific weapon for the nth gens.
Right.
Behind her, we've got our heavy. He's -2 to most of his stats, except for defense. He's +6 and +4 to survival.
Nice.
So he's on a 10 to survive. And he's armed with the photon cannon, which is the other one of our specific faction weapons, which is a terrifying laser beam.
It's bulky though, isn't it?
No.
Really? Nice.
It's not.
Oof, nice.
It's a range 24, 6 AP, primary weapon that's a beam.
Right.
So everything in a line 24 inches from him gets hit by this laser
But it's
cannon.
ammo one, so it's firing every other round,
He's got to
basically.
reload it again and again. Yeah. After that, we have 2 production gens. They're -1 speed and then -3 to most of their stats. But they're also both armed with resilience armor for the +8 defense. And then they have snub isotope cannons, which are basically like railgun shotguns is the best I can figure it out. And then their armor grants some diehard, so they don't just get knocked down, they'll just take 2 wounds rather than dying immediately.
Gotcha.
And then lastly, we have 2 little last gens. Their stats are much worse, and they're armed with integral armor, which gives them the wall run and dash, and +2 to defense and survival. And then they have electrical broads that are just stunning melee weapons.
Nice. Once you built your roster, you're also going to have some other stuff up here at the top that is worth talking about. You got your leftover resource units, which we don't have any right now because we spent them all building our teams. But then you have your team resources. Now you gain these from your missions and also from you get to pick 2 usually if you win a game, or 1 if you didn't. These are used to unlock your doctrines, and doctrines are like special team perks that you can use to make your team unique. There's some generic ones, some of the teams have their own, and then they basically give you like a reroll or an extra command point or whatever over the course of the game. You start with 0 of each though, and if you get to 15 total, that's when you unlock the final mission, where you get to go and try and find the cipher to break through the partition, and if you break through the partition, you win the campaign. Then you track your games, your wins, your losses, just for your own notes, and you got a spot for your gear reserve. Only if you roll a 20 and someone dies do you lose their gear. Mostly you get to keep their stuff, unless they fumble really hard and there's nothing to salvage. You'll be able to take like the power armor off them and the guns off them and stuff. Our group's picked and our table set up here. We've set up a nice Death Ray Designs kind of sci-fi, post-apocalyptic-y, weird industrial city table here for us to battle across. We then have to start preparing for our mission. So now this uses an asymmetrical mission setup where both players pick a mission to play, and you unlock the ability to do certain missions based on your resources. So you might have to have a tech level of X or Y to do one. I'm going to keep it simple. Owen's going to pick a mission. I'm going to pick a fairly simple one for my first game. We're just going to try and defend, I think. But we wouldn't tell each other, and then we'd reveal them simultaneously. All right, so revealing our missions at the same time. I'm doing data mining.
Scavenging run.
Scavenging run? Sweet. Okay, so even on the same page is handy. So now when you go through your mission and set it up, your deployment gives you your type of deployment. So for me, it's edge, along an edge. For you, it's within 8 inches of a deployment side, so area. Then you get your model cap, and this is an sort of internal balancing factor for the game. We can deploy at most 10 models. So when later in the campaign we have more stuff, we'll have to pick and choose. There is an underdog bonus too, based on what you deploy and the differences in your resource unit ratings. Now, you get your mission set up. So first we roll for deployment initiative. We both roll D20. Whoever rolls the lowest wins. So I get an 11. A 9. So you get to have deployment initiative, and that means that you will set up first. You will both players alternate placing 9 25mm scavenger markers. We're going to use these awesome little crates from my card studio. Anywhere in the battlefield at least 6 inches apart and within 12 of the center of the board. So they are scattered about. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 way back there. Scavenge tokens will be picked up by a model with a free action. A model can have only 1 at a time. You get 1 free action per turn in addition to your normal 2 AP. Taking out or bugged out models automatically drop all tokens. Scavenge tokens may be passed between models as an action, a full action. And scavenge tokens may be extracted as an action per token. when a model carrying one is in contact with an extraction zone. Now, extraction zone is actually an action. It allows you to place an AoE2, so a 4-inch zone, anywhere in line of sight, not within 8 of an enemy model, and then models can bug out through it. So you have to think, in this case, it's the fact that there's like a ceiling above us, there's ducts, you can go through the floor, you can extract almost anywhere on the table. So it lets people get off the board with resources without having to walk all the way back. But if an enemy model ever touches an extraction zone, it becomes compromised and you lose it, and you only take 1 nominated extraction zone action per turn. One's extracting scavenge to gain 2 VPs for each scavenge token extracted, and then hold your ground, gain 3 VP for if your team is the last one left in the battlefield. Now, as soon as you get to 10, the game ends, and you count any final end of game like VPs, and whoever has the highest wins. If he wins, he gains a supply cache. For each token extracted, he gains 15 resource units. And now data mining, we place 5 objective nodes, and these are going to be data terminals with a central one as well. And they're placed 12 inches from the corners, and then what we do is we're going to claim the nodes. Only the person with this objective will actually score off them though. So basically you can turn off the data nodes if I contact them and flip them to my side. For data search, I get a VP for each one that were claimed at the end of the game to a maximum of 3. Info conduit, gain 3 VP if you claim 3 objective rounds at the end of a round. So if I hold 3, I get 3. And then data lore download, gain a VP if info conduit objective is accomplished. And you successfully perform an interface action with the center. So I'm trying to get one of the corner ones into the middle to drop it off. And then safe return, gain 3 VP if I extract a model with a data lore token. So I'm trying to get basically information to unlock the central one, and then get it back and extract it. That means I have a terminal here, there, here, and then over here. And then the central terminal is up here. I guess maybe the shipping manifest, where it was in these containers. Now, if I win, I get +1 to any of my team resource ratings, and if I accomplish the safe return one, I get +1 to any team resource rating and roll a die, and 11 plus I also get an artifact. We're probably trying to unlock whatever's in this central container here to take it home. So now we have to generate our special battlefield conditions. So we've done 1, which is train setup, 2, which is missions and roll for initiative, and then reveal missions and setup. So we're rolling for battlefield conditions. So let's see what we got. I got a 4, and then you roll as well. A 13, okay. So there's supply cache on the table. Roll and place the following objectives at least 8 inches from each other and 8 inches from deployment zones. So roll a d20 again. 7 supply, so you're gonna get 2 supply caches. The supply caches, they're gonna be placed 8 inches from each other and outside all deployment areas. So you get to place them anywhere you want, 8 inches from each other and outside deployment areas.
Sure.
Those can be extracted for automatic supply cache rolls. So there's some cool stuff on the table here. We're in some kind of warehouse, I guess. And then for mine, I rolled a 4, which means hazard zones. So let's see what kind of hazard zone we have. It's a 15, which means a thermal or chem hazard. It's an AoE 3 area. So you found an interactive and restricted supply cache. It's a hidden supply cache containing anything from spare gear to resources to ancient data lore and artifacts. Model may use this terrain object as an action and make an aptitude check. If successful, the model gains a supply token, and the supply cache is removed. For each supply token, it's extracted or held by an active model at the end of the game. You can roll in the supply cache table during the post game. If model is taken out, they drop it. Any model can spend an action to come in contact to pick it up. And then I found zones. So something's leaking in here. Thermal or chem hazard represents an area of extreme temperature, dangerous chemicals, or acids. They can be open pools of chemicals. These hazards are marked by either an AoE 3 area centered on a point or a specific region of terrain or piece agreed upon. Units moving through it must make a hazard check, so a survival check to enter and end it. Each survival check failure forces the model to suffer an armor check as if they're struck by a strength 2 attack or they suffer a wound. Well, following the rule of cool, we're going to use these AoE 3 objective zones, used usually for 40k, and put them under the thermal towers, and they're all venting heat right now, so don't go near them. So now it's deploy and begin the first round. So starting the player with the initiative, both players choose deployment areas, then the player with deployment objective initiative deploys all of their models first, and automatically takes the first turn. Upon deployment, you have to nominate your mission leader, so you can pick any table edge to be your edge, and then I'm opposite. All right, so with Owen deployed, I'm going to deploy all of my folks, and mine is area with an 8. So I think we're going to put some folks up top to be into the covers. All right, so I'm deployed. I've got Ember 6. I've got 13-2 and 13-4 deployed over here and over here. Then 0 hanging out next to the console. Torch and the 2 Embers sort of flanking. So Ember 9 is up here up top with Torch. And then last but not least, I have my other Sapper Specialist. What do I call that guy? It's 0 and 10-2. So 10-2's hanging out over here. We're set up. The first round begins. So first we have the initiative phase. You automatically have the initiative in the first round. And then prep phase, you both gain command points. Now, I've nominated Torch to be my leader. He has the tactical sense ability, meaning he gains 2 command points instead of 1. I believe your leader has the same. And command points can be spent on 3 different things. 1, you can ignore the... You can use it for endurance. You can ignore the effects of damage on you when you activate to try and generate your full 2 AP. You can use one to go and chain activate with another model, or you can use one for a reroll. So we've got 2 right now. You lose them at the end of the round if you don't use them. You being the active player, you get to nominate a model to go, activation phase, and then you perform all of your 2 actions. You have 2 AP. Now, normally if you're injured and you activated, you have to roll a die for each injury test or injury that you have to make a survival test. And for each one you fail, you lose an AP. So being injured sucks. You start to lose actions. You can use CPs to shake it off, though, of course, if you really need to go. So you're going to pick a model to go, and they get to take their 2 AP. Now, there's a list of common actions you can do. You've got just a move, which is move your speed. You have make an attack, but the attack, of course, ends your activation, so you don't want to necessarily make it first. You want to move and then do it. And that's roll equal to or under your stat with appropriate modifiers. Same thing for melee.
Overwatch.
You can go into Overwatch, that's right, which also ends your activation. And then you got stuff given by your gear. So a basic climb and a basic move are the ones you can always do. A leap would be given by gear. Wall run given by gear. Grapple is 2 AP and given by gear. And a dash requires 2 actions, also given by gear. All those end your activation. So these are your basic ones. Basic move, basic climb, attack, reload. If you have an ammo token that's equal to your ammo value in your gun, then you have to reload. Hunker down ends your activation. Your -4 penalty to be shot at unless you get exposed to the attacker. So if someone like runs around you, basically. Overwatch ends your activation, so you can move in Overwatch, but you can shoot at someone in line of sight if they activate. Mark a target. 1 ends your activation. Select the enemy target within line of sight and make an aptitude check. On a success, the target's marked. Shooting attacks gain +4 against it until the end of the round. And then 2 to designate distraction. That's to make a zone for you to plug out of. The dash, so is dash granted by your gear.
Yep, last gens are wearing equipment that can let them run real quick. So he runs 12.
That's triple your speed instead of double. Sweet.
Yeah. Bam, bam, bam.
He's all done. So sweet. We're going to go with Mr. 10-2, and he's going to walk his speed of 4 in a base space of the console. And then he's going to make an aptitude check to activate it and try and find some cool stuff inside. So he's a sapper specialist. His aptitude is 7, so I'm trying to go a 7 or less here to do this. And I roll 5 and pass, so I have extracted a piece of data lore from there, and it's currently flipped to my side. All right, so that makes him eligible to go and crack the safe, if you will. So it's back to you.
Production grade is going to do a walk. Walk in 5. He's going underneath this right now. 5 more, and be getting close to the crate.
We're going to go with this Ember right here. This is Ember 9, and he's going to move. So he's going to go 4 up the stairs, and then 4 again, just to peek around the corner. And be hanging it up top.
Cool. Last gen's going to do another run. Or
dash, rather. It's going 12.
Run underneath the bridge here. Just hanging out.
We're going to go with Trooper 13-2. So 13-2 is also going to take a walk 4. And just head up the stairs. And then 4 again. Going this way, peek around the corner.
We're going to have the other production one walk 5. And walk 5 more. Just heading along.
Zera's going to go. She's going to walk her 4 up to this. And then use an aptitude check, again on a 7, and pass the 5. To you.
Prototype's gonna go. She's gonna walk 6, and then walk 6 more, because she's fast.
Crazy fast. She's a post-human murder thing. All right, back to me. We're gonna go, oh no, that was you. Your turn.
That was me.
Oh, you went with the post, that's right. She made her test. We'll go with Torch. He's gonna move, go 8. We're not gonna pick this up, because I'm not gonna bother bringing it closer to you. Maybe he's gonna take a walk. Well, let's do much the same thing. And just walk up 8. Stand up next to the boss. You're all done, so it's just back to me. We're gonna go with this little guy. He's gonna use the ability to wall run. And he's gonna go 3, and then 1 up the wall. And that's gonna be 3 back. And just end up right here. Whoop.
You can end hanging off.
So if you can hang off it though, and you get shot, you're gonna fall down and take fall damage. Unless you have a descent harness. So that is, I think, everybody done. And we're on round 2. So back to initiative, we're gonna roll off, see who's first.
20.
Now 1, we crits and fumbled, so we both get our 2 AP because our leaders are on the board. We go with the boss, and he's just gonna take a walk 4, so I don't clump up too bad against your murder laser. and shoot your heavy. So he has a range of 18. You can shoot at any range in this game. Guns have unlimited range unless they have the point blank rule. But if you're outside of range, you're at -4 to your stat. So he's gonna be -4 for range and then -2 again because you're in cover.
Yep.
So -6 overall. He has a shooting of 10, which means he needs a 4 or less. So 4 or less, we're gonna hit you with the Ancestral Gauss Rifle. And we roll 2.
So you hit him.
So you take a strength 4 hit. It's primary, it's also rupturing. So if you fail this, you take 2 wounds instead of 1.
Cool.
What's your armor?
It's armor 15.
Okay, minus the 4, which makes it an 11, but you're +2 defense because you're in cover.
Right.
So overall, you go to 17, -4 is 13.
Fail.
Fail, critical fails. All right. So you're gonna take 2 wound tokens unless you pass a survival roll.
Survival 10. He passes.
He passes.
No,
So
he takes 2 wounds regardless.
That's right.
Not passing, or passing means I don't fall unconscious.
You gotta go down. Fire, so you get to move an inch, and you got 2 wound tokens on you. Now I think we're gonna spend a CP. Do you just want to go again? A command point to go again. We're gonna go with 0, and she's gonna use her grapple. I have a grapple, yeah, because it's only 4 inches up, I'm pretty sure, so I'll be able to just walk up it. Yeah, range walk over the ledge. So it's gonna be a move 4 to here, and then we'll spend an AP to leap, and go whoop up top. I got a CP left, but we're gonna hand it back to you.
Well, we'll try and go with the heavy guy.
Okay, so aptitude test. What's his aptitude? Or sorry, survival test.
Survival 10.
So
He
14 and
fails.
11, so he gets no AP this round except for a free action.
We're gonna spend the CP to re-roll one of them.
You can also just do endurance, remember, an auto pass. You're just gonna forget that roll completely and just spend 1 to ignore those because
I would
that
have
makes
spent
more
it to get
sense.
my actions.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's gonna keep his actions, and he's just gonna truffle shuffle slightly sideways, so that these 2 are conveniently lined up away from him, and then fire his cannon.
His murder cannon.
Yeah.
So
Range 24. It's a beam weapon, so every guy within the line gets hit by it.
But the ones will be
And it rolls separately for each one.
right, because one's outside 24, one's inside 24, so one's gonna be at minus a bunch. Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, so he's like just out. But
So the one that's in will be in cover, so you'll be 0 -2.
Yep. And so he is normally a 9, so he's looking for 7.
7 or less.
Misses
16.
on 16.
You could reroll the stat check with your last CP if you wanted to.
Sure, why not? 19.
No, he's gonna miss.
And then the other guy on
So he'll be
like a
-6.
13 is a miss.
Maybe on a 3, yeah. If you don't have the auto rule, you get an ammo token for that, which means it'll have to be reloaded next round. Well, I think we're gonna go with Ember 6 over here, and he's gonna walk 4. Just getting to cover on this side. He's gonna shoot this little production bot down here. So you've got cover, but you're inside my optimal range, which means that I am at just -2. And Ember has a shooting of 8, which means he's going to be shooting you on a 6 or less. 17's gonna fail and move an inch from coming under fire. Oh, sorry, so can both these guys.
First?
They can both come under fire too. Okay, bother rerolling, so keep going.
Alright, he's just gonna head up then.
Sweet. He's done. I'm gonna chain activate over here with this little jabroni. Outside 18, which means I'm gonna be -4 to hit. You're out of cover now though. So it's gonna be -4, but +4 because I'm taking the aimed attack action because of his ballistic visor. So he is, I believe, just a 7? No, an 8. So 8 or less. A 3. So I hit with a flechette rifle, and that is strength 3, auto for ammo.
Armor 8. 5. Nope.
Nope. Okay, and then
Survival
survival
8.
check.
Pass.
Pass. All right, so you're gonna take 2.
It's
No, it's not rupturing actually. It's just got nothing. Just a single injury roll.
Just a wound. That was his wound.
Yeah. You done? I've used both my CPs.
That little guy's gonna go check his
Survival.
survival. 8. Rolls a
Pass with
1.
1, so crits. So he's got both his AP.
Yeah, he's gonna use them both to run up underneath the boxes here.
Yeah. Cool. You could go free action if you end up in contact with that thing and grab that supply box
True.
too.
You know what? We might as well because we're still gonna get covered.
Yeah,
So
and it's a
we'll
free
steal this
action.
guy.
Sweet. Pretty much done over here anyway, so it's not like I'm gonna have a lot that can shoot him. So we're gonna just walk with this
Keep going
13
through that
4.
Spooky poison.
I don't want to go around the spooky poison and not take any survival tests. Back to you.
Cool. We're gonna have our little minion here, the
Production
last
guy?
gen?
Yeah, last
No,
gen?
Last gen. He's gonna toss down our extraction point
Cool. For both AP.
for both AP.
Is it an aptitude check? I'm gonna place it here. Just gonna open a hatch in the ground, and it's an
Yeah.
AoE 3. But if I come in contact with it, it goes away. All right, we're gonna do much the same with this little fella, and he's just gonna run up 8, heading basically just around the corner there, and end up around
Underneath the other guy.
underneath this guy, yeah, over here, in some cover. Action Gen's gonna go.
He's gonna move, free action to pick this up, and then spend an action to send it up the chute.
perfect. He's in the zone. Let's do it 2-0, and it's back to me. We're gonna do something fairly similar, and we're just gonna drop a extraction zone right there. I'm all done now, so it's back to you.
Prototype's gonna go. She is just gonna walk out.
Avoid the thermal generator.
Looking at that fella though.
Looking at him.
Yeah, getting it out of the cover.
Yep.
Taking some shots with her photon rifle or
Kinetic rifle, which is to say machine gun.
which is to say machine gun.
Yeah.
I don't think you're within 18 though.
Nope.
But you are in the open, so I'm gonna be -4.
Okay.
Which puts her on 7s because she's an 11 base.
Nice.
And then she's burst 2 when she shoots. So hitting on 7s with 2 shots. 1.
4 hit. Strength 2. I am wearing a survival suit, which gives me a +2 defense mod. So defense 10 goes to 8. Good with a 2. You move an inch, so we're just gonna hop to the other side of this and get back in cover. And bot's gonna go.
He's gonna walk basically to the corner here beside your console and go into Overwatch.
Sweet. That's round 2-0 so far on turn 2. And let's see who's going first on turn 3. Initiative 1, crits.
Nice in a row for you.
12. Back up to 2 CP. We're gonna go with Ember 9 over here. You can see this little fella. We're just gonna try and plug that guy. So we have our flechette rifle again. It's range 18, so it's an optimal, but you're in cover for -2, which means I need a 6 or less. 6 or less. We got him with a 2. 6.
Pass. Armor 8.
Alright, so you can move an inch.
He's just gonna live his best life. It's robot life.
Yep. We're gonna chain activate for a CP, and we're gonna run. Run 8.
This is another person?
This is 0. She's gonna run it over here.
Move. He's just gonna climb down.
Have you guys gonna climb?
Does he want to just climb, or does he walk over?
Well, after you check first, or spend a CP to ignore
true.
his wounds.
And I
Sorry, survival test rather.
Yeah, we'll just roll it. I only need 1 action to climb. I passed with 1, so I have 1 action to climb. And he's just gonna climb down this as his whole action.
Okay. Over here, we're just gonna come around with 13-4 so that we can see that little guy. Watch me, sweet.
Might as well.
So you're -2 to shots with Overwatch, and then range and cover.
Wait, no, he's just not gonna be able to do this. Never mind. He's not
Okay.
gonna shoot you. I'm looking for a 1.
Okay. All right, so my second action, I'm gonna shoot you. See if I'm within 18. Just cover, so 6 or less. Nope, I'm gonna spend last CP to reroll it. Gotcha.
Cool.
So damage 3.
He is armor pretty good. 16, so it goes to 13. Pass.
Okay.
And
You can move it and chew on.
happy where he is.
Last gen's gonna go.
Step out, free action to pick this guy up, and then duck back again.
Peace out. I care not for your guns. Boss Hog's gonna go. He's just gonna walk up to the edge here. And he's gonna try and crush that guy with a gun. So my Ancestral Gauss Rifle in cover on an 8. So we missed an 11. Try and beep boop the supply cache over here.
He is aptitude 6.
Get it. Yeah, he does.
So he'll steal that little money box.
Yeah, he cracks
This
it
will go
open.
away. Oh, sorry. Does he have his second action? I'll just spend my CP for the endurance.
Sure, okay.
And
Just
then
make sure you have it.
He'll just walk around the corner because I did not
You
want
did not want to fail. Yeah, you didn't want to be in the open after that. But we're going to go with this guy, and he's just going to use his grapple to get placed within 10. So I'm just going to grapple down here.
Gonna go. She'll do her first move. Free action to pick the box up.
Yep.
Second move, she's just gonna walk back.
Peace out.
Box.
Get ready to throw it up the elevator next turn. I come forward with Ember 6, and he's just going to take a look at that little fella down there.
Yep.
Right in the cover. Shooting on an 8, but -2 for the cover. He's in his optimal range with his flechette rifle. See if I get you on a 6. I do. 3. Damage 3.
7 or less.
Nope.
Takes a wound.
That's rupturing, so 2.
2 wounds.
Oh, sorry, you know what? That one's not rupturing. The
He's gotta make his survival check just to see if he stays on his feet. Survival 8 though. No,
Nope,
we're gonna
fumbles.
spend our last CP to
Reroll that,
one.
yep.
Fails this anyway, so he's knocked down.
He's
He drops
downed.
his money box.
Yeah, he drops his loot. He is downed. Jen's gonna move.
Yep. He's gonna go 5 and 10 and just get underneath this.
This little guy's gonna go. He's gonna run his 8 just around to here. In the wind, but hopefully I go first again. Stand out.
And he's gonna just walk up the corner and be like, hello, I'm gonna try and kill you before it ends.
That makes sense.
And he'll hit you with his isotope cannon. Open. Am I within 4 inches of you? Not quite, I don't think.
Do 2 or more models have you in the open? Because then you get crossfire.
No, only he does.
Okay.
I wanted to move up a little further to get you in open. So just going to be shooting you. Burst 2 on his gun though, so he's looking for 8s twice.
One.
One. It's strength 5 AP.
Oh my god. So 10 goes to 5 defense right now, and I take a wound just because it's brutal, because it's just so highly dangerous. Let's see what happens. 3, I'm good.
You're good.
I'll move an inch forward. And you get an ammo token.
I do.
Done. I think you're done too.
Yeah.
And no enter on scoring, so it's 2 to 0 still. Let's see who's going first. 5
7.
is me. I got my 2 CPs, and we really need this little fella to not die.
You got really lucky that he didn't get
He
killed.
did get really lucky, yeah. I think what we're going to do though is we're going to go with this guy first, and he's going to take an aimed attack action into that little guy. Optimal, but I'm +4 for my aimed attack action, and then -2. 2 overall means I need a 10. And I get you for the 9. Damage 3.
Armor
Defense
15 goes to 17, goes to 14.
Oof.
He's fine.
You can move an inch. Armor 15. That's crazy.
He's happy where he is.
Nice. All right. Well, then we're gonna go with the other guy. We're gonna, I guess. Well, so we'll chain activate, and then I'm just gonna spend the CP
Guarantee his
to guarantee his actions. Yep. And then he's gonna walk 4, just to get nice and in the open from you.
Yep. Point blanket.
And then point blanket with my stub carb or my super shotgun. I just realized it's a rapid weapon. I could just shoot you 4 times. No, I'll be in the wind then. I'll move and then shoot you. So shoot you twice. It's rapid means it doesn't have activation, so I could technically do it twice. So here we go. Chick, chick, bang. So I am plus nothing.
Yeah, you're within 4.
Oh, within 4. That's right. So point
2 or
blank.
+4?
2 shots on 12. Got you twice. But it's strength 0. It's just a shotgun.
So he's just using his arm 15.
Ugh, that laughs. The shotgun is not going to work, and it's all my CPs.
Reload. And then he's just going to charge this guy.
Okay, why not?
And he'll spend his move to walk in and just try and club you with his fists.
His bare hands. Everybody gets a club attack, which causes concussion, which is kind of cool. So you get the charging bonus of +2.
10. Does it. Smacks him
Strength,
with his face.
0.
I assume, yeah, because he has no strength.
And my armor's ruptured, by the way, which we forgot to mark.
You passed your armor save.
Doesn't
AP
matter.
Doesn't work.
AP always works. It's the interaction between brutal and AP that's going to make it always break my armor, because I am
Suffering damage.
suffering damage due to that weapon.
Yeah.
So a brutal AP weapon is silly because it's just, I mean, it's only a survival suit anyway, but we'll see what happens. I'm defense 8. 10 fails.
See with his hands.
Survival fails. So I'm just dead. Downed.
Down.
Ugh. Right in the kisser. Chain activate.
And I'm going to use a command token on this little guy to ignore his wounds.
So all your CPs are gone.
And he is going to do a sprint.
Okay, get the hell out of dodge.
Because he's a quick boy. And he's going to go 8 back behind here, and then 4 to duck deep into this hole here.
Say, peace out. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Nope.
Here with the boss, and we're going to go touch this and make an aptitude check. Captain, so he's aptitude 10. Gets it. Over to you.
Cool. Well then, we've only got 1 up in the lift right now. We really want to get more. We're gonna try and go with the big guy, see if he can activate 10s. Gets both of his activations. He's gonna reload his cannon, and he'll just do a move.
Get in the cover.
Walk up behind the box.
Just gonna go with this is gonna be 13-2, and he's just gonna move to the edge of this and go into Overwatch.
Line of fire of him still. Boss lady's gonna go. She's just gonna ship her cube up
Send
the
it up.
chute.
So you're at 4.
Blam. And
Just one more action.
she is going to just move around the back of this over to here.
Well, we're gonna go with Ember 9, I think, and we're just gonna walk 8 up to here. Mal's gonna go.
He's going to do a wall run up to there, running 4 along that, just like your other guy did.
Yep.
And then he is just going to open up with his isotrope gun.
Boss man, cool.
We're point blank for +4.
Yep, and then -2 for cover.
So he's +2, looking for 10s. Chunk, 4.
1. And what's the value of it?
5 AP, brutal.
I'm gonna take a wound. I'm armor 15, 17 for cover. -5 is 12 or less. Crit. It's gonna break my armor. There we are, though.
And that
This
is
is slightly dirtle, maybe. You're all done. We're gonna go with 0. She's gonna walk 4 into base to base and interact with the boss to fix his armor. 7 or less. Nope, she fails. And we're gonna go with this little fellow, and he's gonna go 8. and just walk around the edge. Because that's round. Yeah, I'm gonna score 3 though, because I'm holding 3 nodes. Steve!
5.
4, I get to go
We'll get it
first.
one time.
And I get 2 CPs. The boss is gonna go. He's going to shrug off his injuries. Then he's gonna try and interface with this thing before you flip it back to get the data lore. 210. We got it. So we've got the treasure box to send up the elevator.
So you'll continue to score now.
Well, no. If you flip it back, I won't continue to score, but I can send this up the extraction zone. You are... I can also charge you. No, I'm just going to take the shot with my Ancestral Gauss Rifle.
You won't kill me in melee unless you have a good melee weapon.
I have Rupturing, which can't kill you. None of you guys can die from 1 hit.
Not these guys, no.
Right. So it's going to be on a 14 or less. Let's see if we can get you. We do with a 13.
Damage 4, you
Damage
said?
4, yep. You're in the open.
11. Passed.
Passed.
15.
Cool. I actually needed less than that because you're crossfire right now because more than one person is in the open.
Oh.
Sorry, it's damage 4, you were armor 17?
15.
15, so you need 11?
I need 11.
Gotcha.
I rolled an 11.
Gotcha.
Yep, I guess
You
against
can move
that
inch.
guy.
Sweet. Chain activates, and I think this fellow's just going to go on Overwatch. Move up just so you can make sure you can see everybody, and he's going to go on Overwatch. That's my last CP. Gonna go with him.
He's going to reload his gun.
Okay.
Want to shoot him?
You can't move and flip the button.
I can move and punch you in the chest, though.
That's fine. You can do that.
Okay, I'm going to do that. It's going to move up and punch your boss in the head.
Go for it. Nearly 10.
Shift on. I'll use one of my 2 CPs to try and re-roll that.
Nearly 10. Nope.
I will use one of my 2 CPs.
Prohibition against rerolling rerolls, so...
Come on, buddy.
Last
Come on.
chance. Last
Do it.
chance. Nope, still misses.
Scrub.
A free 1-inch move, because you missed. So I'm just going to duck back slightly, make room for her. Well, we're going to go with her. She's going to try and fix his armor with an aptitude check. 7 or less. She passes. His armor's back on.
Ah.
And then she's going to charge in this guy with her progressive edge. 10, so she has 12 from the charge, and see if she stabs. She does with her progressive edge. It's, I think, 5 AP. 6 AP. Nice.
9 or less.
Nope. And then survival roll.
6 or less.
Nope.
Yes. He'll just take 2 wounds because he has the die hard rule.
Armor's shattered, and he's taking 2 wounds. Shotgun's gonna go. He's gonna reload.
He already did reload.
Oh, he reloaded and charged. That's right.
And he's just going to walk over and get within close range of this guy. Want
Okay.
to shoot me?
I guess I am.
A 0.
I'm a 0 shot. I don't know if I get... Oh, no, you never get crossfire from a brush anyway. So I'm going to just take my shot. I'm going to be on a...
Whatever you are. You're not
8 or
within
less. Yeah, 8 or less. Missed.
I'm going to shoot you back.
Go for it.
I am -2 for your cover.
Yep.
So I am on 6s. 2 shots.
Nothing.
7.
He's out of ammo because his super shotgun missed. Well, I'm going to use my ballistic helmet to do an aimed shot action into your big robot. No, into your lady. Or 19? Maybe we won't do that. Maybe we'll just scuttle 4.
The robot is 50.
Maybe we'll just scuttle 4 over here so we can see this guy in cover.
Take a shot at him.
And plug a shot into him. -2, so he has 6. See if I can shoot you with my full shot rifle. I do.
Yep.
Damage 3.
He is armor 15, 17 right now. He's good.
Inch.
Super safe.
Okay. It's gonna go.
Just getting sick of all of you people being alive. She's gonna do her first move just up behind here.
Okay.
And she's gonna shoot that guy who's shooting one of her boys.
This fella?
Yeah.
Okay. He's -2 for range. Or sorry,
looks
cover
like it.
rather.
Yep,
That's
-2 for cover. Shooting on 9s. 2 shots.
2 shots burst.
Bam. 1 hit.
1-2. He is armor, I believe, pretty good. It's 12, 14 right now because of the cover. So -2 is 12. We're good. So I get to move an inch. Just come slightly closer. I think we're gonna try and... I'm worried about this guy. He can't shoot me again next round, which is good. But also big guy is reloaded, which is bad.
If he has an action, he'll do it.
We don't need CPs though, so you might lose your... That's right, yeah. You might lose your actions there, which means...
It's 50-50 on 2 guys.
I'm tempted. I'm tempted both ways. I think we're gonna just actually... He's unloaded. We're gonna try and take a shot at the big guy. It's easier to hurt the big guy, so we're gonna try and shoot him. So we -2, so I need a 6 or less. Or I can mark target on her.
That +4 to hit.
Yeah, but nobody else is shooting her right now. It's only until the end of the round. Nah, we're just gonna shoot the big guy. So -2, need a 6. Got it.
Man,
Damage 3.
you were cranking these
I
hits.
know.
14. He's good.
An inch.
Yeah.
No. That's it.
Me?
Over to you.
Well, let's see if big guy can do anything. 10s.
Nope.
He waits.
He waits. In a bad case, my arms and legs are hanging off. This orc's gonna walk up and just go 4 to here and go on Overwatch. My little robot.
How many actions did you have? 1.
1.
Just gonna hunker down.
That's what I figured you were gonna do. Hunker action gives you additional +4 defense when you are
ducking in cover.
Ducking in cover, but if you get exposed, then you lose it. I'm gonna lose my Overwatch and just run 8 into cover over here. That's the round, so I'm gonna score 3 more because I still hold 3 data nodes.
Yep.
And go to 6. Shift roll, let's see who's going first.
3.
Tied. Again.
13.
7's me.
You again.
Well, I get 2 CPs. Let's do the easy thing. We're gonna go with the boss. He's going to
See how many actions he gets?
No, I'm gonna spend 1 CP to duck
Okay.
1, and then we're gonna move back and then just stick this up in space. In 1 VP, if the info conduit's accomplished and you successfully perform the interact action, and then save for turn, I get 3 more. So sorry, I actually, when I extracted, I should have gotten 1 more for the data lore, and then I put it up for 3, and that puts us at 10. So the end of the round, we're gonna do our final round scoring. Chain activate, and this lady's gonna stab you with a progressive edge again. Melee 10, swinging at you. We got you with an 8. 6 AP.
Armor bad now. He's down.
Okay, and then survival check.
He's still down.
That's right, yeah. Extra wound, takes a 3rd wound. Spend CPs to try and reroll the armor check on a 2, but that would have probably not worked.
What's the point?
Yeah. So he's gonna go.
She's gonna try and boop this supply cache.
Makes sense.
Pass.
Got it. So you're now holding that supply token.
Bam. And then she's just gonna shoot. Or do we just walk away? I don't really care about all of your people if they just shoot at me. So
true.
I think I'll just leave.
Okay.
Goodbye, peasants.
I'm behind my large. That's right. I'm behind my large sparking robot. Speaking of large sparking robots, let's see if we can bring some down. So we're gonna go with this fella, and he's gonna use his visor to take an aimed attack action. It's +4, -2 for cover, and that's gonna put me at a
+2.
10. Gotcha.
Armor good. Not good enough.
Not good enough. And then survival check.
Survival check. He fails, so he'll take
1.
2 wounds.
Oh, that's right, because he doesn't go down.
He would have gone down.
Yeah, normally you go down, you get the die hard roll. Boy, yep. See how many actions he gets.
I think I just need to give him both of his actions.
You do have CPs.
I do. Now we're gonna roll for him.
Okay.
10s. Got
1.
1.
It's enough to fire your murder gun.
That's all he needs. Yeah, he'll fire the laser beam. That guy's shot, but not him, right?
Yep, that's right.
So we'll just
Wham!
good range. Just
Yep.
covers.
Just
so
cover, yeah.
-2.
You got it.
So he's on a 7.
Wham! No, misses.
Let's try that
CP it.
again.
Yeah, makes sense.
7.
Wham!
One more time.
Last one. Wham! Hey,
Crit
crits it.
7.
What's the damage?
AP5.
Oh my god. Okay, so I am 10 plus 7 is 17, 19, so I need a 14 or less. Got it. Brutal, so I don't take the wound, which means my armor stays. Well, I think we're gonna try and return fire and see if we can hurt big robots. I can't do an aim attack action because I don't have a battle helm, so we're just gonna roll and try and fire. -2, so I need a 6 or less. Got you with a 5. Damage 3.
He's okay.
Good. Move an inch if you want.
Nah.
Shotgun.
6s.
How many actions?
None.
No. Okay. He's just sparks. I'm gonna go over Overwatch over here in case you want to run out.
Yeah.
Activate. How many actions does he get?
2.
2. He's good.
Oh.
Do your dash if you want.
Oh, he could just walk over and punch you.
You do that, yeah. I get to make a shot before you attack when you walk into melee with me. You go for it.
He's gonna.
Oh, jeez.
No, this is silly. I should just hold the things.
You should just hold the things, yeah.
Because the mound's over after this.
That's right.
So he's just gonna make sure he's well out of line of sight, and he's gonna continue to
fair.
hunker down.
Hunker down. With really nothing else to do.
I'm out of action,
could.
so.
He can wall run, but I don't know if that gets me to the top. Because I don't think I can get to somewhere I can see anybody. So I could go to here. Actually, I could wall run around here and then shoot that guy.
Good.
But then if I get shot, I fall off.
I have no
Like
idea.
this right now, I'm gonna go, ha! And like never run around the end. I'll shoot this guy. I'm with an 18, but you got lots of cover, so it's gonna be a 6. Try and hit you with the flashlight rifle and knock you down. Nope. That was like round, so I'm gonna get +3 at the end from scoring the 3 zones I still hold. That'll put me at 13. And then you're gonna get
Nothing.
nothing because you don't have any extras, and that's game. All right, so campaign games. Let's get into our post-game sequence. So each player checks for casualties. So each model that is taken at the end of the game must roll a casualty table below. Models that were successfully extracted can roll 2 and pick the best. So I have a down model. He was not extracted.
I have 2 down models.
And let's see what happens to him. So 10-2, he's not feeling great. He got clubbed by a robot on a d20. I roll 4. 7 or less. The model has no lasting harm and makes a full recovery. iPhone 4 first.
We'll do the last gen.
Okay.
Who got shot?
The iPhone 4.
Yeah, 19.
Uh-oh. Didn't make it. Sorry, 90 plus total loss. He was killed and all his equipment he carried was lost.
Done.
If your opponent won, roll for every item, and on 11 plus, I gain them.
Oh,
so I get your cool robot arm. So your super shotgun.
That's the wrong guy. Wrong guy entirely.
Who's
this
this?
Taser arm?
Okay, roll for that. Give me taser arm. 11 plus. No, I don't get taser arm. I hope it was shotgun man.
Now shotgun
man. Okay, roll for him. Don't roll a 19
so
plus.
low is better.
Yeah, low is better. Full
he
recovery.
walks away.
That's the guy with the shock hands. You lost the one that passes butter. So then it's resource income. So you roll d20 to see how much resource income you get. Now I get to roll 2 and pick the best because I won the game. And I'm going to take the 17, which is 90 resource units. 1, 8, you're going to get 60. Extra 30 from the 2 tokens you extracted as well, which put you at 92. So we both got 90 resource units. Now, extra stuff. If your team won, you gain a supply cache. For each token, get the 15 RU. So you're going to get no supply cache, but you did get 2 extra supply caches from the environmental table. So you need to roll 2d20 and find out what cool things are in those boxes. So the first one, 1. You gain 30. You get some usable supplies. So you're at 120. And the second one, 16. 5 whole nanogel, you get a bio team resource. I get to choose +1 to any team resource rating, and if I accomplish the safe return, I get +1 team resource rating and roll a die. On 11 plus, I get a random artifact. I get an artifact. Artifacts represent lost tech that's like super crazy and have like crazy powers. So let's roll d20 and see which one we got. We got a 19. A revival protocol. This model may make a survival check immediately to gain all wounds upon being down and return to an active state once per battle. The boss is getting revival protocol. So if he gets downed, I get to make a survival check, and if I fast, I come back with all my wounds. Check for advancements. The winning team gains 4 XP they can hand out to anybody, and everybody that survived a mission and didn't suffer psychological shock gains 1. As soon as you have XP equal to your next level, so like if my leader gains XP equal to level 4, he'll level up. For the other guys to be level 3. So I have 5 basically. So 4 that I can assign, and then the other ones I can just sort of hand out. So I think I'm going to just give my 2 winning ones to Ember 9 and Ember 6. Oh, I don't want to do that. I think I'm going to give 2 to Ember 9 and 2 to 0 and see if we can level both of them up. Level up, you can either take 2 rolls on the natural talent advancement table, or you can train harder and pick a skill and roll once. So it's cool because it's a d20, a 5% swing isn't that big a deal. So when you level up, it's actually fairly impactful. You're either going to gain 2 random advantages by being a natural talent, or you can tuck into a skill. Now, some of the skills have prerequisites, as do the doctrines that you want to enable. So what that's going to mean is that you're not going to be able to get certain skills like terrain sensors or data plane navigator if you don't have the prerequisite already in your team. So the nice thing is the general skills you can do it with anybody. So with Ember 9, I'm actually going to take heads down. So its cover rating goes from -2 to -4 as a skill, and then roll randomly for a stat buff. And let's see what stat buff we get. 1, which is going to be faster. He gains +1 speed, or +2 aptitude. I think I'll take the speed. So we're going to take Dodger for 0 as a skill, and then roll for an additional thing. 14. And we gain Sharper, +1 aptitude or +1 survival. As 1 level up, one of his base guys gains a skill, because you never actually gain any stat increases,
but they go away immediately.
It goes away immediately, yeah, because it's based on whatever your nth gen has.
She doesn't like anybody getting better.
So pick a skill. What skill you want?
The little guy is going to take Dodger.
Oh, you could get survival increased. So you should roll, because your survival
I
could
get
go
one
up.
anyway, that's true, yeah. And that one is one that's not affected by the other.
By the other thing, yeah.
Actually, it is, because it's +0.
Dodger for the helper bot?
Yeah, he's going to grab...
Dodger's over on the free ones.
Yeah. I flipped to the back of the
I got you, okay.
I was thinking about ambidextrous and he could just punch you twice, but he's going to take Dodger, so he just an automatic hunker down when he moves.
Perfect. Next up, ambidextrous for the double tasering.
Yeah.
Buying 2 in attack with my in-game winnings. You get 1, so you're going to go into bio.
I got 1 bio.
Then you get to add 1 as well, because you lost.
Oh, I get another
You get a free one, yep.
Oh, well, we might.
Black Ash gave you 1, and you get an extra 1 if you want to tech into it. Because you get 2 if you win, 1 if you lose. There's nobody going home with nothing in this game.
Got
I'm
it.
going to implement a doctrine. When a team meets a doctrine requirement, they can enable it. Add this doctrine to the raid team's list. All effects gain into effect for the next game. You can have up to 3 at a time, and you can remove one for paying 30. So you can change doctrines basically once you fill them up. If it gives skills or stat boosts, it is affected when it's enabled. In addition to the common doctrines, you have your faction-specific ones. So I don't have any Tech 2 ones, but I can take just terrain sensors. So with my 2 tech, I'm going to enable terrain sensors for my reroll, and Owen is going to enable reconstructive surgery, which means he can spend 40 resource units to remove all the permanent injuries a model has, which is awesome. So going back to Lantern, we're going to spend some resource units. We had 90 to spend. I'm going to spend 75 to buy Battle Helms for Embers 6 and 9 and Torch, and that means that all 3 of them, their power armor now has their like Battle Helms enabled. So if I take an aimed attack action with them, the target automatically becomes marked at the end of the activation, because basically our sensors have all come online and our power armor. And then I'll spend 10 more for a total of 85 to give Zero a descent rig. So if she falls any distance, she just counts as just nothing. So she can just jump off stuff now. So hiring an additional helper bot back here with his little zapper hands.
One of them died.
Oh, that's right. You did have to hire 2, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then also a tactical uplink for your boss, meaning you can generate an additional CP as long as that model's alive. But you only have 1 per team, so no stacking them to get infinite.
Doesn't mean I have
points.
3 now, though.
Pretty cool. And how much that one cost?
That was 30.
Does it have any kind of restriction, like you have to tech or something like that?
30.
Cool. So there you go. First look at core space and our first game of the campaign. I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised by how well the asymmetrical mission worked.
I was surprised at how many 5s he rolled.
It's
That was like ridiculous. Probably 7 in a row then. Like strictly just 5.
Just
like
five, just
you
five all the time.
activated the first button, then the second button, then shot me twice, and you rolled 5s for every single one of those rolls.
these are the things Owen fixates on. Let's not talk about the game. Let's talk about actions rolling in the game.
It's a mechanic of the game. In fact, the game is built around it.
I also like that you can't cherry pick powerful stuff up front. Like it does give you a lot of freedom of option, but because your levels of technology, bio, and tactics have to go up, you don't get to just take the powerful things in the beginning. And that even though we were playing for different things, it meshed out really well because they're all spread amongst each other. We had to like get to the same kind of locations and do the same kind of stuff. Now there are advanced missions that when you have more resources, you can unlock, like a train robbery, and like there's a bunch of like cool kind of like different things you can do.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, breaking in the vault, and then finally when you hit 15 total of like
There's
across
2
the 3,
missions you have to do. One is like the get the code. The second one is breach the door.
is breach the door.
But you have to win both of them.
That's
I
right.
think you have to do it sequentially.
You do. You have to get the
somebody
code.
can
So
just mess you up, and you have to try again.
that's it. So you and what happens is you lose the cipher, you have to get the cipher again to do it. So even when you get to the win state, you don't automatically just trigger the end of the campaign, because if they defend against you successfully, then you have to start over from those 2 sequences. And that's cool because even then, when your opponent plays against you, he's trying to do a different mission, right? So until they get to the same resource level, and then you're both playing for the cipher, you'll get a kind of like a appropriate conclusion to the game when it's all said and done. So I'm really excited about it. I like that our factions felt different. Like
I realized that I should actually be skewing into activation control.
Right.
I can make bigger and tougher guys than you,
Yes.
but I don't need to. I'd be better off just bringing little
having
guys.
helpers, fast helpers.
Right? I mean, for 90, I can buy a dude
Yep.
who's armor good and
Yep.
walks fast
And
enough.
dash. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, not they don't have dash. They have wall run.
Oh, they have wall
the
run,
bigger
gotcha.
guys had the wall run.
I have the dash,
For,
yeah.
for 30, I can get a guy with dash, but he's just 8 and 8. He's running around.
That's it. He's going to pick up the boxes. They're all helper from Venture Brothers. Just running around.
Try and rush for Tech 1 or Tech 8 or whatever it is. So
Right.
You can switch places with your leader. And then
That's
you
a
just
cool
deal
one.
with problems.
You can basically proxy through people. So like
Yeah.
you just
You only
take
get to
them
do it
over.
once, but-
Yeah. But you can bamf around. So you get ambushed too. You can get out of trouble basically and jump back to
Yeah.
somebody else, which is really neat.
Or if it's like the execute or assassinate when you're going after a specific guy, your
Right.
leader can do the job. Or if it's get off the board, you can just have your like a minion run while the leader holds the enemy,
Yeah.
and then just be like, "Okay, I'm done now. Bye."
It's funny because the reclaimers don't so much skew into one particular thing. They get some kind of good bonuses and different types of resources. If they get to high up into biotech stuff, they get to recruit free lancers. Like your lancer and your sergeants just get replaced if they die.
I can buy that as gear.
You can buy it as gear, just fabrication
50
stuff.
point item. Just if they die, they come back with all their skills and.
That's
They're
awesome.
there.
That's awesome. You just make a copy, basically. You back up a copy. So I'm really excited about it. It's crunchy. It's got enough like variation. Every game's gonna be different because we're gonna pick different missions to play against each other. And I like the setting. Like it's a different post-apocalyptic setting. Obviously, it's loosely based on lots of anime tropes and Blame in particular. But I'm into the fact that we're in like kind of a very broadly confusing, you know, like mysterious world. Like we don't know a lot about the world around us, so we can kind of fill it in with what we want. And that civilizations just come and go. So when you're playing your campaign at home, whatever story you come up with is the story for that part of this endless giant city with like human survivors in it. It's the Matrix.
Yeah,
the robots, and that's equally good. Like it doesn't like it's. I'm just saying it's equally interesting if it's that or if it's something else. And so I'm excited about just using whatever models I like. It was a great excuse to paint a bunch of the human interface stuff and for you to use some old Infinity stuff too.
Getting through the shell is logging out.
That's it. That's right. It's red pilling. Was it blue pilling? Which one gets you at? Red pill or blue pill?
Red gets you out.
Red gets you out. You're red pilling.
Blue is you go back to the Matrix.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're opening the door and then you log out, and then you're like, oh, I was actually one of the post-humans in the center.
That's right. That's what the authority.
What do we all do? We all just make copies of ourselves and send them out to go live
to learn
lives.
about life.
And we wonder what it's like. We play and have fun, and then you die and you just do it again.
That's it. Maybe.
Rick and Morty scene too.
Maybe that could be it. It's as valid as an explanation as anything else. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you for our next episode in 2 weeks. Till then, I'm Ash the Zoan. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below to get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Death Ray Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.